Hello and welcome to another Whittaker fitness video. In today's video I'm going to talk about energy balance, basics of it, how it works and how our body can use up energy. So we've all seen on Instagram everyone talking about a calorie deficit or calorie surplus for gaining or losing weight. So it's good that everyone's got the basics and that's how we know what's going on. I just want to break it down a bit further and show you how it works. So when we're talking about energy balance, obviously it's calories equals energy. So an energy balance is calories in versus calories out. So if we want to have balance of it, we eat the same amount of calories as we're burning, which is known as maintenance. So we're not losing weight, we're not gaining weight, we're just holding there where we are. So if we break it down to how our body actually burns these calories, there are three main ways your body will burn calories. Starting with the resting metabolic rate. So this is our body burning calories, complete resting. So if we were just laying still in bed, it'd be our heartbeat, blood flow, organs working, breathing. So this is what we burn just by our body doing its usual daily functions. So along with that, then we have the thermic effect of feeding, otherwise known as TEF. So this is basically our metabolism increasing slightly when we eat food through the process of digestion and breaking down. So some foods that can really help this and keep it going a bit longer are proteins. So your meats, fish, eggs, nuts. Foods like that will keep the metabolism increase for a bit longer because they are harder to break down and take longer to do so. The final way your body will burn calories or energy is through the thermic effect of activity. So this can be your HIIT class, or going to the gym, your daily walks, any sort of activity, all the way from like advanced HIIT back down to getting up from a seated position. So if you're sat down on your chair, standing up, that's burning calories, and that's known as the thermic effect of activity. So those are the three main ways your body will burn calories. So when we go into it and we're on about an energy balance, as I've just said, that is having both level. So you're eating the same amount of calories as you're burning. So we're staying neutral. If you're still working out and training hard, you can in fact change your composition whilst in this balance. So that's one thing to consider when choosing what your goal is and how you're going to achieve it through your diet. So along with energy balance, we have a positive energy. This is otherwise known as a surplus. So when your energy intake is higher than your energy expenditure. So this is used for people who want to gain weight. For a lot of people who are looking to build muscle, you would go into a high protein diet with a positive energy balance or surplus. So we will be gaining weight, but that weight will be turned into muscle when we're doing resistance training. So the next one is a negative energy balance, otherwise known as the calorie deficit. So this is the one we hear lots about. So in its simplest form, this is energies that come in are less than the energies we're burning off or expend. So knowing that we have those three main ways of burning energy or burning calories, you'd add them all up to your daily amount. There are apps and stuff you can use to do that. And once you figure that out, you'll then go, right, this is how much I burn throughout a day, so I have to eat less than that. So I'm in a calorie deficit or a negative energy balance. So I'm losing weight. So in its simplest form, that's what it is. Calories inverse out. So when we're just looking at losing weight, we'll start here. So this is the fundamentals. We don't need to go into like macro or micronutrients just at this point, because we are literally just looking to lose weight in this negative energy balance. Once we start getting down to the weight we need to be at, we need to fine tune it. That's when we start introducing macronutrients, then micronutrients, then it'd be timing, then maybe supplements, and we'll go through that chart just so we know, like, right, this is where we start, then we introduce this when we need to fine tune it a little bit more, then the next level and slowly build it up to fine tune that. But that's when you get to more like athlete or just like the fine tuning part of your diet, or you're looking at just fine tuning to achieve your goals. So one thing that we can use when we're in a negative calorie balance or a calorie deficit, what usually happens is you start to get a metabolic adaptation. So you'll find that this subconscious fidgeting, where you quickly run up the stairs, things like that will start to slow down. So when you're in your negative energy balance or your calorie deficit, try to track how many steps you're doing for the day. Be very conscious of, like, when you're going to the shop, either walk to the shops, or if you're going for a big shop, park a bit further away from the store. So these little things that you do subconsciously will start subconsciously becoming less and less. So if you're tracking them and you're very conscious, you can still keep them up to date, so you're not then adapting your energy levels to them being an energy balance or maintenance at a lower level. That's when we start having metabolic adaptation going on. People start to chase that down, and then they end up with really low calories. So this is where people start to gain really bad habits with food, and then really start to resent the diet they're on, and then end up breaking their diet and just having a massive crash and binge. So if we're conscious of the fact that we can keep those going at in a surplus, keep moving, then we don't have to keep dropping the calories down. Eventually we will hit a point where we start to hit maintenance, but that's when we go into a refeed and we go back up to our original maintenance, boosting the energy, getting the body used to being back at the maintenance, and then we come back into a deficit again, so our body can readjust and carry on losing the weight needed to hit our goal. So with today's video, I just hope that I've slightly explained it a bit more in depth, rather than just saying calorie deficit will get you where you want to be, or calories in versus calories out is the way forwards. I just wanted to break it down a little more and just explain it in the simplest form. So hopefully you've understood it a bit better. If not, just fire me a message and I'll try to explain it a bit more in depth to you so you can understand it. Other than that, thanks for watching the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.